Hi everybody. On Tuesday, February 2nd, President Biden signed an executive order that calls for major improvements to the naturalization process. In this video, I'm going to share the important details about this executive order, so stick around. Hi everybody, my name is Michael Ashoori and I'm a U.S. immigration lawyer based in Los Angeles, California. At my law firm, we regularly post videos to make sure that you're up to date with the latest immigration news. So if you haven't yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button now. Also, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up so that YouTube knows to share this information with more people. So let's get started. As I mentioned, on Tuesday, February 2nd, President Biden signed an executive order that calls for major improvements to the naturalization process. Naturalization is the process where somebody becomes a U.S. citizen. Now, in this executive order, President Biden calls for many different things, including improvements to the process of getting citizenship, improvements in the USCIS processing time for naturalization applications, a lowering of the filing fee to apply for citizenship, and multiple other things. So let's take a look at my screen and we'll go through this executive order together.
So take a look at my screen. Right now we're on the White House website and we're looking at the actual text of the executive order. And it's titled Executive Order on Restoring Faith in Our Legal Immigration Systems and Strengthening Integration and Inclusion Efforts for New Americans. And as you can see here, it's dated February 2nd, 2021. And let's scroll down to the section that deals with citizenship right here, promoting naturalization. And it says here, improving the naturalization process. The Secretary of State, the Attorney General, and the Secretary of Homeland Security shall, within 60 days of the date of this order, develop a plan describing any agency actions in furtherance of the policies set forth in Section 1 of this order that they will take to eliminate barriers in and otherwise improve the existing naturalization process, including by conducting a comprehensive review of that process with particular emphasis on the N400 application, fingerprinting, background and security checks, interviews, civics and English language tests, and the oath of allegiance. Substantially reduce current naturalization processing times. Make the naturalization process more accessible to all eligible individuals, including through a potential reduction of the naturalization fee and restoration of the fee waiver process. Facilitate naturalization for eligible candidates born abroad and members of the military in consultation with the Department of Defense, and review policies and practices regarding denaturalization and passport revocation to ensure that these authorities are not used excessively or inappropriately. And then basically Section B right here talks about implementing improvements to the naturalization process based on the plan that was mentioned up here, what we just read. And Part C down here talks about developing a strategy to promote naturalization.
So as you can see from the text of that executive order, it looks like the Biden administration is planning on taking massive action to improve the naturalization process. This is wonderful news for anybody that's looking to apply for naturalization, to apply for their citizenship. As we saw, it looks like the Biden administration is looking for ways to tremendously improve the naturalization process. Everything from the form that's used to apply for naturalization to the process, including the interview, the fingerprinting appointment, the various exams that someone has to take, such as the civics exam and the English exam. It looks like the Biden administration is seeking to improve that overall process. In addition, we saw that the Biden administration wants to tremendously speed up the naturalization process so that people can get their citizenship quicker. As we saw, it also looks like the Biden administration wants to work on reducing the fees that it costs somebody to apply for naturalization. So as we can see, the administration has made it clear that they're showing favor for naturalization. Again, this is wonderful news for anybody looking to apply for their citizenship. So I'm sure that a question that's on many of your minds is regarding the civics exam. As many of you know, a little while ago, the Trump administration put forth changes to the naturalization civics exam to increase the number of questions on the exam. So I'm sure many of you are wondering whether this executive order means that the naturalization exam will go back to the former exam. Well, as of right now, there's no clarity on that issue, we're going to continue to monitor to see what kind of plan the appropriate agencies put forth pursuant to this executive order. Again, we're going to closely monitor to see for any updates, any developments, any additional news. So if you haven't yet done so, make sure to subscribe to our channel so you can stay in the loop with all the videos that we're posting. If you know anybody that can benefit from this information, make sure to share this video with them. We're all about empowering you with knowledge. So the more people that can see this video that can benefit from this information, the better. As always, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next video.